So for PrBasic1, once you have your 3 clips placed into the timeline, let's go ahead and look back at the storyboard that's on the handout and realize that we need an AE intro and a title text in front of these 3 clips. So what I need to do is move these over. So there's a few different ways of doing it. The way I'd like you to start with is just to kind of do a selection box. Just kind of click from the top left and drag the bottom right just to touch each one of these clips to make them all selected like that. And then I'm just going to click on the first one here and just kind of slide it out to make some room up front here. Okay. And remember, you can pause, rewind, and fast forward at your control through this video. Alright, so now I need to get my AE intro to put in here based on the storyboard. I don't have that imported, so I have to go get it. So I'm going to go File, Import. I'm going to go to my Creative Cloud, and I'm going to look for my aeintro.mov. I'm going to click on it and click Import. Alright, so I see it came in, it's right here. So I'm just going to click, hold, and drag that right up to the left edge. And luckily I had dragged my 3 clips over far enough to make sure I had room to fit it. Okay. So the next thing I got to put in is the title, some title text. So I'm going to scoot that over again just to make sure I have at least a 5-second gap here. And I'm going to direct your attention up here to the Captions and Graphics. Click on that. And you're going to see they have a bunch of presets. Some of these you might recognize. Okay. Let's go through here. You might recognize them from Pirate News. I love to use this one. I also like using this one. So let me put this over here. And these default to 5 seconds, but I can always change the length of it. And it'll either speed it up or slow it down if there's some animation to it. See, there's a little bit of animation right there. Okay, so I'm going to place my scrubber to where I can see the text, and then I'm going to double click so I could change it. And the title of this is PrBasic1. Okay, that's good enough right there. Now I've got this gap right here that I need to close. So I'm going to select my 3 clips, and I'm going to drag it up until it snaps into place right there. There's that black line. Oops. Let's try that again. Snapping into place right there. There we go. Alright, just about done. So I've got my intro, I've got my title, I got my 3 clips, and now what I want to do is just briefly show you a transition that would work good, to transition between the first and second and the second and third clips. So I'm going to go up here to Effects, and I'm going to go to Video Transitions, and I like the dissolve transitions, and specifically the cross dissolve is very common, probably the most common video transitions, cross dissolve. So it takes a little of the 2 clips and kind of blends them together. You can see you want to place it. See how I dragged it? I took it from here. I click, held, and dragged it. Doesn't really matter where the scrubber is, but it's going to drop right in between. And I need to do that for both of these spots right here. Okay, and that's it. So now I've got it. Let's play the transitions. See how the transition looks. Okay, there you go. And then again, you can see the blend there. See that? See how it blends in or merges the two? Okay. So now we're done. So we're going to go Command S. And I'm ready to export my video. So I did the Command S to save it. Command S again, just to make sure. And then I want to click on the timeline down here. Just click somewhere here, just to get this blue border around the timeline, around your sequence, so it knows what you're trying to export. Because believe it or not, it's possible to export this, but you don't want to do that. You want to export the timeline. So you want to make sure you select it just by clicking once. Then you're going to go up here to File, Export, Media. File, Export, Media. Pause there for a moment for you to capture it. And remember, you should be pausing this, doing a little, then watching a little, then doing a little, right? Not just trying to watch this whole video and try to remember everything. All right, so I'm going to go File, New, or File, Export, Media. Click that. And for this first time, you just got to make sure it's set to H.264. It'll remember that from now on. And you want to come down here to the output name and click on it. And make sure it's saying PrBasics. And you want to put this in your Creative Cloud. All right, and you want to click Save. So now we know where it's going. All right. If it doesn't say PrBasics, you could also change it to PrBasics in this window here. You can put the name, change the name. Don't keep it untitled sequence, please. Okay, make sure you put the name of your video. All right, and then come down here and click Export. And it's going to export. The longer the video, the longer it takes. It could take, like a Pirate News, 2-minute episode of Pirate News usually takes about 7 or 8 minutes to export. This one just took about 45 seconds or so because it's short. So it's all based on the time and the resolution of the video. We're going full HD on the video that we just did. All right, so now you have in your Creative Cloud a PrBasic1.mp4. This is the one you want to submit to the assignment, and this is the one you want to upload to your video page, the one that ends in .mp4. All right, there you go. Good luck. Oh, and then when you're done, go ahead and go up to Premiere Pro and click